Hi, I would now like to tell you how I have been working with English grammar in my class. Did not get a chance to video record what we did, but I'll try my best to explain and to show you some examples of what we have learned. For this presentation, I have used the application Sway in Office 365 for the first time, and I am excited to see how it works. Maybe it's something we can use in the classroom as well. So let's start. Two of the words that appear most frequent in the English language are the indefinite articles a and an. For young Norwegian learners of English, in my case third graders, learning to use these articles may be the first grammatical challenge they meet in oral and written English. In my presentation, I will try to describe the challenges and present suggestions on how my young pupils can figure out the logics of using the articles a and an. It is important to remember that we teach 8 and 9-year-old children, and the main goal for us teachers should be to make them enjoy and feel free to take the English language in use. If we focus too much on accuracy, rules, rights and wrongs, we might take the fun and enthusiasm away. We should therefore choose activities very carefully, always reminding ourselves that to put what we are learning in a meaningful context and making sure that they are deeply involved in their learning. When I planned to introduce the articles a and an to my pupils for the first time, I had to make sure that they had learned about the consonants and vowels in their native language, Norwegian. This basic knowledge helped them understand and discover the logics more easily. As an introduction to the theme, I gave the pupils a sheet of paper with a word cloud, with carefully chosen words that could help me find out if the pupils knew the difference between a consonant and a vowel. In this word cloud, some words starts with a consonant sound and some starts with a vowel sound. The task the pupils were given was to underline the words with consonant sounds in the beginning of the word with a blue crayon, and words that started with a vowel sound in the beginning of the word with a red crayon. I made it clear that the pupils had to listen carefully to the sound of the words. You can see that this pair of pupils was unsure about the word hour, which was my intention when I picked the word. I will come back to that later. As you can see, they managed quite well this task quite well, and we could move on to talk about the articles. For this activity, I had made some flashcards with pictures and articles, plus the words of different things that the pupils knew the words for in English, preferably transparent words. Transparent words are familiar to them, and they can use their energy to concentrate and listen carefully, which makes it more interesting and motivating to discover the vowel rule. These are just examples of transparent words, but I chose them because the pupils could recognize them from second grade. So I asked the pupils to work in pairs and to draw a red ring around words that starts with a vowel sound and a blue ring around words that start with a consonant sound. Many noticed the pattern. The vowel words belonged to the article an, and the consonant words to the article a. We started wondering why it was like that. The biggest challenge the pupils had with this task was that they had to pay attention to the first sounds of the words, rather than how they were written. Especially difficult was the word hour, which started with a consonant sound when written. These two words were good examples to clarify that the article "an" comes before nouns beginning with a vowel sound, no matter what the letter tells us. We then compared more words with vowels first sounds to emphasize that. Like this. Horse starts with a consonant sound and therefore has the article A in front of it. Hour starts with a vowel sound, even though written with a consonant sound, and has the article "an" in front of it. To reinforce the learning and to make sure everybody catched the point, we followed up this task with an activity. The classroom was divided into two parts, "an" and "a". The pupils listened to a sentence where the article was missing. For example, "I can see ... apple." They chose the side of the classroom that represented the article they wanted to use in the sentence. We then asked them to say the sentence out loud and explain their choice of side in the classroom. We also took some time to wonder why this rule even exists. Could we find a logical explanation? Eventually, we figured out that it's easier to pronounce the article and the word together when we put a consonant sound between the two vowel letters. A elephant is harder to say than an elephant, and the logic was explained. To help the pupils acquire the words well, we needed to practice using the articles regularly in the classroom. Repetition is important. I will now give you a short presentation of one exercise and one activity to practice the articles, the use of the articles. So here comes the writing activity. I gave the pupils a set of flashcards with a picture, an article, and the word, the same flashcards we had used before. I then asked them to create sentences where they use these words. As you can see, they did a great job at this task. And as you will see in the end of this presentation, the sentences was displayed in the classroom wall. The next activity we did was memory. In this game, the pupils had to match the article and the word or picture cards, which lied face down on the desk. If the article matched the picture or the word, they got 1 point. But they could also win another point by making a sentence where they used the article and the words in a sentence. When all cards were turned, the one with the most points won. This was a really exciting activity and they liked it and wanted to do it over and over again. When the class had discovered the rules of using a and an, both in sentences, orally and written, we could go on learning about the use of the definite article the. This little word can be really challenging for Norwegian learners of English because we don't have a parallel in the Norwegian language. But that is for another lesson. Thank you so much for watching.